The path beneath Elior's feet shimmered gently, as though it were made of light woven into stone. With every step he took, the glow brightened slightly behind him and dimmed ahead, revealing just enough of the way forward while keeping the rest a mystery. When he looked back, the path he had already walked slowly faded into darkness, leaving no sign that it had ever been there at all. Elior stopped. He waited. Nothing reappeared. The compass in his hand warmed again, as if to remind him of something important. Only forward, he whispered to himself. The night air felt alive here, cool but kind. Brushing against his skin like a quiet guide, above him, the stars shifted slowly, rearranging themselves in patterns he had never learned the names for. Some of them blinked, not like distant suns but like watchful eyes, patient and unblinking. Elior walked on. After a while he couldn't tell how long, because time here felt soft and stretched. The path widened. The light beneath his feet spread outward, revealing a gentle slope descending into a forest. The trees were tall and slender, their trunks pale and smooth, their branches arching high above like the ceiling of a cathedral. Instead of leaves, they carried long, thin fronds that moved slowly, even though there was no wind. The forest was breathing. In the out, the sound was deep and steady, like the slow sleep of something ancient and enormous. Elior felt a strange comfort wash over him. He stepped into the forest. The light of the path dissolved the moment he left it, but the darkness was not complete. The trees themselves glowed faintly from within, their trunks lit by a soft silver pulse that matched the rhythm of the breathing. In the out, that was when he heard the footsteps. They were not heavy, nor were they quick, just a gentle tap, 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 keeping time with the forest's breath. Elior stopped. So, said a voice from behind a tree, calm and curious. You can hear it too. Elior turned. A small figure stepped into view. At first glance, it looked like a fox, slender, low to the ground, with a long tail that swayed slowly behind it. But its fur shimmered like starlight caught in mist, and its eyes were deep pools of silver, reflecting more than just the forest around them. The fox sat and tilted its head. You're early. It said. Early for what? Elior asked. The fox smiled, at least. Elior thought it was a smile, for understanding, it replied. Elior felt his fear loosen its grip. The fox's voice was gentle, unhurried, like someone who had all the time in the world. I'm Elior, he said. I know, the fox replied. The compass told me. Elior looked down. The needle had shifted again, now pointing not forward, but toward the fox. What's your name? Elior asked. The fox's tail flicked. I've had many, it said. Tonight, you may call me Loon. Elior nodded. That seemed enough. They walked together through the forest, the breathing trees lighting their way. What is this place? Elior asked softly. This, Loon said, is the first sleeping world. It wakes when your world rests. And why am I here? Loon glanced at him. Because you noticed the quiet, the fox said, because you listened when the night spoke. They reached a clearing where the trees formed a perfect circle. In the center stood a pool of dark water, smooth as glass, reflecting not the sky above but something else entirely. Elior leaned closer. In the water, he saw his room, his bed, his sleeping house. But something was wrong. The shadows were thicker, the silence heavier. Is that my world? He asked. Yes, said Loon. Why does it look like that? Loon's voice grew softer. Because every world, when it sleeps, is vulnerable. The forest's breathing slowed. In the out, there is one rule you must learn. Loon continued. The most important rule of all sleeping worlds. Elior listened. You may walk through them, Loon said, but you must never try to control them. The water rippled. What happens if someone does? Elior asked. Loon's eyes darkened slightly. Then the world stops sleeping, the fox said, and when that happens, they begin to forget how to wake. The compass in Elior's hand pulsed sharply from deep within the forest. Something shifted, the breathing faltered, in, out, then stopped, the trees went still. The silence returned thicker than before. Loon rose to its feet. It's begun sooner than I hoped, the fox said quietly. Begun? Elior asked. Loon looked toward the darkness beyond the clearing. Your first test, it replied. And somewhere between the trees, something that should have remained asleep opened its eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the first sleeping world. What do you think woke up in the forest? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next chapter of Elior's adventure. Until next time, sleep well.